Okay everybody, I just set my timer for 30 minutes and this will be a video with all waijin exercises. We are starting with waijin. The purpose of this video is to motivate you and to be a very good informational source about how does Lajin practice looks like. During this video you're going to see every single one of the Lajin postures, the official postures that are in the book of the great master Hong Chi Shao. And you're going to see the practice with big duration. I mean, of course I can sit for 5 minutes. I mean, not sit but lay for 5 minutes in this position, but you won't see the pain, you won't see the face expressions, and that's why I'm going to practice the full 30 minutes. I'm not going to talk all the time, but for now I'll just continue with explaining how to practice. As you can see, my seat is as close as can be to the wall. My arms are up and my legs are passively falling to their limit, and this is actually my limit. There is no so much theory in waijin practice because it is simple. This is all you need to do. Worrying too much about some details is not a good strategy. Lajin is just a practice that you just jump into it because it's so simple. If you think too much, you are ruining the whole magic. Some people worry about being not flexible, and this is useless, useless stuff, because it doesn't matter how flexible you are. Even if your Lajin looks like this, it's okay, you are still feeling the stretching, Just go into the posture and stay as much as you can in this posture. Probably there is some limit with duration. My record is 40 minutes in this position. But if I need to be honest, I haven't practiced this position a lot from long period of time, and I don't think that now I'm in exact shape to do 40 minutes. Even 30 minutes I think that are going to challenge me, and I'm going to reach the pain level and the face expressions. My biggest blockages are on the right shoulder and my right hip and the hip joint, and I can already sense a mild pain right here, and I can sense very little discomfort right here, but it's very little. So till now nothing bothers me. I just wonder where is my phone. Ah, yeah, okay. So 5 minutes passed. Probably you want to hear something about the benefits. The benefits of Lajin are cleaning the meridians, unblocking them in specific parts. I can talk about I can talk about the benefits in other way. For example, it's good for the liver, it's good for the pelvic floor and stuff like that, but it is not enough. It's better to talk about cleaning the meridians, and which meridians right now we are stretching and we are cleaning. And we are cleaning the most in this posture the meridians on the inner side of the legs. These are the liver, spleen and the kidney. And I think that we are stretching the most the liver meridian. Of course we are stretching here the heart meridian, pericardial meridian, and we are stretching in some parts urinary bladder meridian. So this is a great posture, stretches many meridians, and by unblocking these blockages of those meridians is actually calming the effect. It is like imagining a channel that has something inside and it blocks the channel, blocks the tube, you know, blocks the thing that moves through this channel. And if you remove that thing that is obstructing, you know, the whole energy system, I mean the whole channel begins to move its energy through the channel. So it's something like that. And this could appear in many different ways. For example, in me, when I practice this, I experience some benefits that other people do not experience. For example, I feel relief in the upper back when I practice this. Of course, I feel relief in my hip joints and the lower back, but I can clearly sense the relief in my upper back. And most of the people, they do not feel it the same way, you know. But some people can feel relief in the knees, in ankles. It depends, you know. And of course, you can feel relief in the inner organs, in your internal disease. And one of these diseases that this posture helped me a lot is the insomnia. I used to suffer from insomnia a lot, and this posture helped me. But other people, they do not feel relief in their insomnia by practicing this, but they feel it by other methods, again from paidalajin. For example, some people, they relieve their insomnia by paida on the head. For me, paida on the head didn't work, but stretching the waijin and paida on the knees, it worked a lot for my insomnia. So because of this variability, we should focus and explain the exercises not by saying that this exercise is good for this problem and this problem, but it clears this meridian and this meridian. I think it should be like this. It is not very comfortable to talk in these postures and probably I'll remain quiet for some time. The main goal of this video is not to talk and explain, but to see the practice. So it doesn't matter if I talk or not, you can just watch the whole practice and probably practice with me. Why not? I am kinda experienced waijin practitioner, so you can challenge yourself by practicing with me and trying to reach my time. Right now, a little bit of pain starts to appear in my right glutes and my left knee. You are probably wondering why I have this green blanket. I use it because I never touch my glutes to the wall, because the wall is kinda cold and I don't want to absorb this coldness, so I use this blanket as a barrier between the wall and my glutes, so it isolates the heat that my body produces. And also I advise every one of you to use something, to place something between the wall and the glutes. As you probably heard, one of the philosophies in the book is that we should always stay warm, because the cold is one of the reasons of blocking the meridians. The biggest reason for the blockages are the emotions, the bad emotions. Another reason is cold, and another reason could be some kind of accident. I was wondering if I practice this very often, if I can reach the split. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Once I tried to practice it more than 1 month every day, and didn't happen. I actually think that there was almost no improvement in the split, but I can sense that my legs are falling down and down. Ooh, the pain started. Let me check which minute it is. Probably I have at least 12 to 10 minutes more. Yeah, I have 12 minutes, yeah. 12 minutes and 12 seconds. It's gonna be a hard time from now, because I have so much time left and the pain started to appear a lot. And I can stay in this posture so much, but I feel pain nowhere in my body but in the right hip joint. Jesus Christ, my right hip joint is probably the most injured spot in my body. Nothing hurts like this. If I only do some daily stuff, daily movements, I can sense nothing, but when I go to training, I am a break dancer, and when I go to the practice place, I can sense that my right hip joint, it is weak. It is weaker than my other joints, and also my oh Jesus Christ, the pain is big. My muscles in this area, they have not this agility, they are weaker. It's very easy to have muscle pain in this area. So these are very obvious reasons of blockage of not reasons but very obvious proof of blockages. So practicing this stretching is obviously very good for me. Because right now I am unblocking this area, and this blockage could not become very big if I practice regularly. But really, in my left hip, I feel nothing. But in my right hip, wow. Okay, the pain is now not that strong, but it will hit me later for sure. And this is going to be my second waijin practice. The seat must be as close as can be to the wall, and the upper leg is just passively hanging to the other side. This is again waijin. So here many people wonder if it's okay that they put their weight more on the one side than the other side. And yes, of course it is okay, because the whole exercise is like this, you know, it is natural to be like this. You cannot feel that your lower back is well balanced if you are just going like this. This is a very good hip stretcher. And I'm going to stretch like this for 10 minutes. I always stretch in this waijin less than the classical waijin, that your both legs are symmetrical and hanging, because it is stronger stretching. When I moved my leg some more, the pain becomes bigger. the effects are the same as the other waijin, but it goes more deep to the side. For example, now the stretch is bigger in the right side. Again, we are stretching the liver, spleen, kidney meridians, heart and pericardial meridians, little bit of gallbladder meridians, a meridian right here. It is very good for lower back pain that is more in one side than the other. You know, many people, when they have lower back pain, they feel it more in right or in left. So this is very good. I think this is balancing the pelvis very in a great way, this stretching. the pain in the right hip actually is getting stronger. But my job here is to resist. Wow. It happens so fast, you know. Oh. Right in time actually. The 10 minutes has passed. Okay. So the next leg. Again, but now the opposite. I think that this part is more healthier, so here I'm stretching more the left hip, and I think it will be easier for me. So I'm stretching again the opposite part. There is a little pain, to be honest, but it's so little that don't bother me at all. Let's see what will happen in a few minutes, but it's basically okay for now. When there is no pain, it's actually a very pleasant feeling. this feeling actually. The pain is different than in the other position. In previous position. But I think I can resist it. Oh. Wow, didn't expect to feel that big of a pain. How to grab this? Okay. Just let me see how much time I got. .40 minutes. 3.30, okay, 3 minutes and a half. Easy, but the pain starts to become bigger, and I thought it would be easier, but yeah, it's still easy though. But I thought that I will feel no pain. With the practice of paidalajin, when you face the pain, especially this, not big of a pain, but just a little pain, you start to not like it, but appreciate it, you know. You start to feel that something good is happening in your body in real time. So right now I'm thankful for this pain, because I know that it is for good. I'm even letting my right leg to hang even lower to increase the pain a little bit. The pain is in different place. In my right leg, it was right here, but on the left is like more on the inner side. So there is another meridian in this part. And I think it is the kidney meridian. Whoosh! It hurts. Ah. Mm. Actually, I'm most experienced with squatting waijin and with this waijin on the bench in reclining position. Um, ah. Mm. Wow. Wow. There is some pain, not gonna lie. Again, 10 minutes passed. Ah, the relief. Okay, this video will be about squatting waijin, and I'm going to set my timer again for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Where's the timer? Okay. Let's say I'm here from 1 minute, so 29. Okay. So what you need to know about squatting waijin, of course you must be on the heels. If you are super comfortable, you can place your 2 feet like this, but now I'm not comfortable, and I'm supporting this position with the muscles. So if I want it to be more passive and more stretchy, I just need to spread them a little bit, and right now I'm super comfortable. So this is the posture. Of course, if you are not flexible, you can spread your legs a lot, even like this, you know. But if you can, why not doing it right? So this is the posture, 30 minutes. It is a typical posture like carpet bombing. I mean, carpet bombing means not the literal thing, because it's from war terminology, but it is from paida. It is to cover all the body with paida. And with this posture is something like carpet bombing also, because it stretches lots of ligaments. It stretches the feet, you know, the plantar fascia, the calves, knees, lower back, side of the lower back here, between the shoulder blades, the muscles on the back of the shoulders, you know, deltoids, and even the upper back when we bend like this. It's very good posture, and I feel very good after practicing. I feel lighter and I breathe easier. Of course, it's amazing for digestion. It stretches many meridians, kidney, urinary bladder meridian, in many parts. It stretches right here the small intestine meridians, and it is very comfortable. It's very easy to practice. You can practice it everywhere. You can practice it outside. It is like very it's a gold, you know, it's a golden exercise with many benefits for the body and super easy to practice. Doesn't require even a lot of space. In the book you can read that this is helpful for so many diseases, and it's always good to read the book, you know. By this video you cannot learn so much things, but the main purpose of this video is to motivate you and to see the real practice, the long practice, and you know, to see someone that are doing these exercises, because no one uploads the videos. Paidalajin is often practiced only on seminars, and people don't practice so much by themselves, you know, alone, home alone. They go in seminars, 7-8 day seminars or 3-day seminars, and they practice a lot there. I mean, 8 hours, 9 hours, even 10-12 hours a day, paida and lajin. But when they go home, they stop practice, or they practice just a little bit for a few minutes. I mean, 10 minutes a day, this is nothing. And yes, I've never been in a workshop, never. And but I'm sure that I'm practicing a lot, because more than 4 years now of daily practice, and most of my practices are more than 1 hour. So these are lots of. I barely skip a day, you know. Maybe in these 4 years I skipped, I don't know, 20-30 days maximum, and I don't even think that I skipped so much to be honest, but yeah. So it's not the only way to practice paidalajin on workshops. Workshops are great, but they also have they are good, of course, but they have one thing that I think is not that, it's not how to say, it's like when you practice so much, you have super big healing crisis, I mean really big. But if you practice little by little, I mean short practices for 1 hour, 2 hours a day, or 30 minutes, even 30 minutes, it's not nothing. 30 minutes, it's okay. If you practice like this, the healing crises are more mild. Of course, depends on your health condition. When I started paidalajin, I experienced some healing crisis, you know. Sleepless nights, lots of sweating, and the scariest healing crisis that I've experienced was extreme liver pain. Man, I was scared for my life, you know. It was super scary. So I don't recommend practicing paidalajin without knowing the risks and without knowing these healing crises. So always ask your practicing physician before starting any self-healing practices, because they could be dangerous, and every condition is super different. It's easy for me to do this and to trust and to to trust paidalajin and to make the difference between a disease and healing crisis, because I'm myself a doctor. I'm a veterinary medicine doctor. I'm a vet. Actually, I just graduated. I have my master's degree, but never worked as a vet. I am now entrepreneur. I'm a children party host and yoga teacher. Here in Bulgaria, the salaries of vets are low. The guy who sells popcorn has the same salary as a vet. So I decided that this is too much pressure for not so much money, and yeah, I'm kind of also a lazy guy. I don't like to work 10 hours every day because you know, I have many interests. For example, paidalajin, breaking, you know, yoga. I want to practice these things, you know, and if I work so much, I won't have this time. But stop talking so much about me and focus on the practice. My record of this is 40 minutes, but right now I'm going to do only 30 minutes. Let me see how much minutes we got. 90 minutes. It's okay. For 12 minutes I got almost no pain. Little bit here, but just a little bit. Okay. I like practicing this a lot. This posture is also good that because you can practice it and do something else. For example, right now I can search in my social media, I can work here, I can even work, yes, because I actually do that sometimes when I wake up and I don't have enough time to practice on the bench. I can stretch with squatting instead of waijin bench and doing something in that time. So it's good. It's a good practice. It's a good practice. You can talk to phone. You can learn. You can do many things. And actually, yeah, if you like work from home, you can put your laptop here and work as well. In the same time, you are stretching and working. And other postures, you can't do that, you know. I remember how I started with this posture. Of course, I've tried it a few times when I learned about paidalajin, but I had the most pain I've experienced was not in the legs, because many people experience pain, for example, here, on the heels, but I experience pain not there, but on my back, on my spinal cord, lower back, upper back, middle back, even the neck. So it was like when I grab my knees and do this, it was pain in so many areas between the every vertebra. And I learned about this 30 days challenge of Ido Portal. He is a movement coach, and he believes that squatting is amazing exercise. So I said, okay, maybe this challenge will do a good job for me, because I've tried a few times squatting waijin for lots of time, but this pain scared me. But now, if I know that this is challenge, I'll do it no matter what. So I started it, and it really did like this pain, you know. But it was only the first 5 days. In the 6th, 7th day, the pain almost disappeared, and till the rest of the challenge, I didn't have this pain anymore when I grabbed my knees, and I was super happy about it actually. And this challenge is actually 30 days, 30 minutes. So you can try it as well. This is a great time to remind you, if you watch my videos, you know that I like crypto, so you can leave a small donation with crypto on my addresses.
Let me check it. Yeah, actually, today is a good day for crypto because because we can see a little recovery in Bitcoin because it crashed 52% in last couple of weeks. It happened very quick. I'm still in profit though, but yeah, I'm not a Bitcoin millionaire because I play with so little money. But you know, someday I could have one BTC. I really hope so. To have one BTC, you know, one, 2 or 4 Ethereums. It's a possible dream, especially if you donate some. uh, but moving back to our body and our energy, it's very interesting how you can learn about the energy only by practicing and not by talking. And even explaining of the energy is not something that I can do. I'm not a good public speaker. I'm not good at saying what I know, but I feel it, and this is the most important thing for me. Before I started, before I know about paidalajin, and I thought I knew something about the energy, but I was wrong, because paidalajin opened my eyes so much about what the blockages of the energy means and how simple actually it is. So now it is time for the neck Lajin. I think 9 minutes are enough, so I put 9 minutes in my timer and we're going to perform the neck Lajin. Okay. My dog helps as well. The neck Lajin is amazing for cleaning the meridians in the upper part of the body. Pelvic, Sydney. Okay, so it's good to have company when you practice Lajin and paida also. Oh, he's helping me with stretching. Actually, when you practice in groups, you can talk. It's way easier when you practice in group because it is not so boring, you know. If you are just home alone and slapping yourself or stretching, especially for long periods of time, it's kind of boring. And if you practice in group, you make fun, you know. It's something like a party. When me and my students, when we practice paidalajin, in my paidalajin classes, I have regular paidalajin classes, just like yoga classes once a week. I teach paidalajin, and it's actually big fun. Sometimes somebody tells jokes or says something, sometimes personal about himself, some really cool story. This dog really wants some attention. Herbie, сядай, стига. It's very good for the head, for the pituitary, armpits, shoulders, upper back, neck part, you know, the other name of this practice is Lajin for the neck. I can stretch you a little more. Some people are afraid of this exercise, especially the people who have some neck injuries. Actually, probably it depends of the problem, but I think that it is great exercise, especially if you have some problems with the neck. Because it's kind of windy, I will just, I needed this because I felt kind of wind on my waist, and this is not good. I didn't give him enough attention and he walked away. I love this stretching actually. I can feel the effect on my mind, on the focus. Also my physiology improves. I became how it's called, I have more stamina to do my stuff, to work and to make other things. It is hard to find exercise that is good for the circulation on the upper body and in the same time is safe, but this is definitely one of them. The pain started. Usually, you must gradually increase the duration of the neck Lajin. I also did it. I started with 2 minutes, my first practices, then 2.5, 3, 4, and I stayed for 4 minutes for a long period of time, and then I started to experiment 7 minutes and up to 20 minutes. I thought that 20 minutes is too much and can harm, but at least in my case it turned out to be very good. It helped me with my dancing abilities because my shoulder increased its mobility. always my left thumb get numb. The pain is huge actually in the neck. Wow, long time didn't practice this, and I can see that I lost my some of the achievements. Usually I have this pain some minutes later. Herbie, where are you when I need you the most? There he is, Herbie. Come here, buddy. Oh, the time passed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Whew. This was huge. Hey. Look at him. So cute. So cute. You are so cute. You are so cute.
So now it's time for the shoulder waijin. 4 minutes. Left leg front, right leg back. Hands like this. I have perfect place in my place to practice, fortunately. So we have flexion in the knee of the leg that is stepped front, and the back. The other leg is straight. This is my worst waijin. I mean, I suck at it, and that's maybe because of breakdancing. Not maybe, for sure it is because of breakdancing. And my shoulders are injured very often, and in this waijin I feel lots of pain. That's why I'm practicing it only for 4-5 minutes. Of course I've practiced it more, but now I don't want you to see me cry. Yeah, it's amazing. You should put your hands as high as you can, and look straight, don't bend your head. Okay, the pain already started. Okay, I hope that half of the time passed. Hong Chi Shao said that what is the most painful waijin, it will do more good for you. It will do more good for you. So you should do it more. And I should do this more. But my daily practice is actually the waijin on the table, on the bench. Also squatting waijin, because they are like more, they have the biggest list of effects. And I do this only when I have some more time, or if I have some huge pain in the shoulders. It's great also for the neck. Okay. Okay. Compared to other waijin techniques, I feel like a total noob here, like a newbie, total beginner. Okay, right here and right here. The real reason because of this pain is when I started breaking at the 4th month, I was 14 years old. I did an injury, very bad injury, with lots of ruptures here in the right shoulder. And they told me 14 days to stop training and do not do anything, just to rest. But I wait only 2 days. I mean, in the 2nd day I already tried something, and at the 4th day I did full trainings. And since then, this shoulder became very weak. And now with the paidalajin, I restored. Okay, now the other leg is front. I restored 80% of its abilities, and it's amazing. I did it only, I mean, many things I've tried, but nothing is like paidalajin. I've tried lots of yogic exercises. They helped, of course, but not that much, not that much. For the right shoulder, nothing helped like paidalajin. And right now, actually, this is because of this, one of my dreams came true. I've learned that the craziest move in b-boying, in the breaking, it's called air flares. There's another move that requires strong shoulder. It is 90s. It's called 90s. And I wasn't able to do that 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I wasn't able to do anything in my right hand. I mean, when it's straight up. But now it has lots of power. And actually, the first thing that recovered my shoulder was just this Lajin on the bench, Lajin in reclining position. I started my paidalajin journey with only Lajin for 1.5 years straight. And this recovered my shoulder maybe to like 45-50%. And then when I started with paida and with other Lajin exercises, now I think it's kind of 80% gone. It is just a little bit weaker than my left shoulder, so I'm very happy about it. And I can clearly sense that it is getting better and better. And if I keep my practice, this shoulder probably will fully recover sooner or later. Okay. But as a b-boy, I have lots of pain here still. My left shoulder is good, but my right shoulder. Nice. Okay. Little more about this injury, so this could be helpful just as an example. Before I had the pain here as well, here and here, but I did many times paida here and here, many times maybe, and for 1 hour, for 30 minutes, many times for 30 minutes, and a few times 1 hour. And right now I don't feel any pain, even when I stretch like this. The only pain that got left is like here, armpit, and here. And really, I never slapped here so much. So I'm now focusing by unblocking even these parts. And if I keep the practice, probably I will get the same result as this part of the shoulder. But before that, the whole shoulder was full of pain. So this is how I am doing my standing waijin desk, this is it. I use this stair here and I use the softness of this floor, and this thing does not move, and it is time to show you the practice. Yeah, everything is clear, everything you can see. The last thing is to grab my timer. I'll do it some. Okay, let me see. Good. 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes are enough for this practice. I'll just make it a little bit harder because I want some harder stretch. So this is actually the practice. This is also, I don't know if you see my face actually, but this is also one of the practices that you can in the same time stretch and work on something. For example, you can do something on your phone, you can watch TV, you can work from if you have stand-up desk or something, you can write something. Yeah, you know what I mean. So you can, it's easy posture to do something while doing this. There were a really good picture of some family in China that they practice together. They are two old family. Like the man is standing on his board, but he has original board for stretching, and in front of him there is a chair, and on the chair sits his wife, and he does paida on her head and shoulders, and then they change, and they are in the same time making stretching and giving paida. This family became their own healers. This is amazing. It's a very good story to be able to help someone from your family. It is truly a blessing. I've stopped a gallbladder crisis of my mother once by doing paida on the 4 main areas. Also, once my father, I relieved his back pain with paida. It's truly amazing. And even my father had shoulder pain, and because I've studied, because always wanted to know which meridian I'm slapping, many times I looked at the charts of traditional Chinese medicine meridians, and I've learned the points on the elbow, and my father told me that he has elbow pain from almost a year, and I did him acupressure on these points. This also thanks to paidalajin, because I've learned them. And I did the acupressure, and the pain was gone. This is amazing. Yeah, actually, it not always work like this. I've tried. It's not always like this, but probably he got easy blockage to unblock. Okay, I have 6 minutes left. I'm wondering if you can see my face, but it's not that important. Okay, what we did till now, we did the waijin, the variation of waijin, then we did the squatting waijin, we did the shoulder waijin and neck waijin, and now we're with the standing waijin. Amazing. The only thing that is left, it is actually the waijin in reclining position. But let's talk more about this. Actually, this waijin is great for the urinary bladder meridian. It's good for knee pain, lower back pain, and of course, if you unblock your urinary bladder meridian, you will improve your kidney chi. And I've realized that I didn't talk about which meridians we are stretching with the previous Lajin, the shoulder waijin. In the shoulder waijin, we are stretching all of the meridians located on the arms, and they are small intestine, triple warmer meridian, the big intestine, lungs meridian, pericardium meridian, and the heart meridian. These all meridians we are stretching, and we are improving the energy circulation on them. I think that are very little exercises for the small intestine meridian, and this shoulder waijin is very good. Actually, this standing waijin can improve also a back pain, because when I stay long in this position, I can sense that in my middle back at the right, there's also something happening, some sort of unblocking. You can place your hands like this if you want a little stretching on the hands as well. Or you can lift your arms up. My dog is in constant searching for the colder place to lay on. He don't like the heat. And the summer is not his season, you know. but in paidalajin we know that yang qi is related with the warmth, and one of the most important things is to gain our yang qi, our warmth, because our warmth with the age it disappears. The yang qi transforms with the age into yin qi, and paida is a way of transforming yin qi into yang qi, and this is very good to feel younger. You know, when you're and waijin, it's making your ligaments soft. So the softness, the warmth are related with the softness, the warmth, they are connected with yang qi. I have 33 seconds left. You know, when kids are young, they are soft, they are warm, they don't feel that cold so much, they can go out and play, don't think about the coldness, because they have lots of yang qi, but then with the age the yang qi decreases, and we feel our body, our ligaments harden, we get cold not only on the physical but in the emotional level as well. Good. So you can practice this actually lots of time. I don't want to put too much of a practice on this because it's just me standing, you know. But I usually, sometimes when I want to practice a lot, I practice it 30 minutes. My record is 1 hour, but didn't see a huge change between 30 minutes and 1 hour. Between 10 minutes and 30 minutes, yes, there is a huge difference in the effect. The effect is much bigger, but I think that there is some point that it's useless to continue. Yeah, and also this is good stretching, but it's good for the very not flexible people, you know, the very sick people, old people to begin with. If you are not one of these categories, the other stretches are probably better to begin with. Hello, now it's time for the last stretch. It is actually the most important stretch. I will start the 15 minutes timer with 20 seconds to put on the weights. Usually I practice a lot more than this, but right now I don't have much time because I need to go to work. And it is lots of stretching for today, don't you think? We did all the waijin exercises. This was the most important thing for me actually. You to see that everything is possible, you know, you can make all the waijin exercises in one day, so no excuses. No excuses. Now you're going to see something very interesting. This is something that I've discovered, that I'm using 2 belts for the bigger effect. One of the belts I'm putting right here. and the stretching is way better. Nice. Good. Very, very good. But I'll turn the timer for 15 minutes again because I lost lots of time. Okay. 15 minutes. Let's freaking do this. The last stretching, of course, we have to do it with both legs. Now the left leg is up, the right leg is down. I think I can strengthen this even more. To won't be able to move my leg at all. Aha! That's another thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, now it's very hard to move my leg. Great. So where is the stretch right now? The back of the left leg, urinary bladder meridian, the front part and the inner side of the right leg, liver, spleen, kidney, stomach. We have stretching here. We have stretching in the armpits, in the upper back, the shoulders. You see how many places are stretched right now. We have stretching in the waist area. Usually I'm doing this exercise for 20 minutes every day right now. But before I did it for 30 minutes every day, sometimes 2 times a day. Right now 20 minutes are okay. And I'm doing it with more weights. Right now I'm with 6 kilograms on the right leg, but I use more. Maybe 13 kilos, 14, I don't know how heavy is my other back. It's amazing when you practice it a lot, the time that you are laying on this bench without pain is very pleasant. With this exercise, I cured many of my disease. My sexual problems, and premature ejaculation, insomnia. This is very good for insomnia. Waijin was also great for my insomnia, but I started with this, and this helped a lot as well. My gases disappeared, but in the beginning they increased. When I started, I had even more, but it was just a healing crisis. shoulder pain was reduced by a lot. Actually, the biggest pain when I started this practice, the biggest pain I felt in my shoulders, especially in the armpits. But it disappeared. Two very interesting healing crises happened. One was the upper back pain when I started. Maybe in the second week, I started to feel pain in my upper back. It was huge discomfort during the whole day. But I knew that I just need to continue my practice, and in 3-4 days this pain disappeared. I knew that this is just reconstructing of my body. Something moves to its original place. And the other healing crisis was extremely big, non-stop shoulder pain. My both shoulders, they became bigger and super painful. I had a hard time raising my arms. And it was totally not fun, and it took what more to disappear. Maybe 2 weeks. It was a long period of time, but I just stick to my practice, and in the second week it disappeared. In the end of the second week, this pain disappeared. But I'm not gonna lie, I was wondering, wow, I should probably stop practicing because this is too much. But the other part of myself told me, just stick to it, stick to it. This is just a gift, this healing crisis is a gift. It is not a bad thing. Don't interrupt the miracle, It is like the term in the crypto space, hodl. Hodling means that you buy Bitcoin and no matter what happens, you are holding it. It is simple strategy but not stupid. As you can see, if you bought Bitcoin, for example, 8 years ago, and you just hodl during the really bad bear markets, but you believe strongly in this technology, now you are very, very rich man. And the same with Lajin. You have your hard times, but if you just keep your practice, you will probably become healthier. And of course, you will be better in bed, because this is amazing exercise for the sexual organs. And sorry about that, I said men, but women too, It is great both for men and women. As you can see, I'm very well trained in this bench, so I feel no pain actually. I feel stretching, but not the pain. I'm practicing it since 4 years, and first year and a half I practice it every day, every single day. Maybe for a year and a half I skipped maybe 20 days, but I doubt it, I doubt it. Maybe I skipped only 5 or 6 something, And many days I practice 2 times, in the mornings and in the evenings. After that I stopped for a period and I did only paida, then again with waijin, then again some period with only paida, then again with waijin, then again with some period with only paida. But I realized that Lajin is better for me than paida. I mean, paida is amazing, but if I do waijin, it helped me for breaking and for other problems. And I should not stop practicing it. So right now again I'm in big period that I practice waijin non-stop. I don't know if it is 1 full year with non-stop practicing, but could be, yes. Let me see how much minutes I got. 2.5 minutes. Great. It's not good that I usually have something to cover my waist. Because the wind is very bad thing when you practice waijin, you should avoid the wind by any means. Okay. As you can see, I don't even feel this numb sore after Lajin practice. but only if it is 15 minutes, you know. If it is like 30 minutes, I feel it. I have hard time moving my legs and they are painful. But right now, I'm totally okay.